Alright everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where we're back on the Xbox Series X version of The Sim to see how the new beta build is doing, and of course test out the new settings that have released for The Sim. So, hope everybody's having a fantastic Tuesday. Let's dive on in. So, if you don't know, these are the new settings over here under Graphics. Because in the .23 beta build, it was just very generic settings for characters, airport services, parked aircraft, and aircraft traffic, and fauna. So now there's a bit more that you can do with it. I'm not sure. We'll see. Because I've been seeing some people say that it's glitched to always stay at medium, so we'll just kind of mess with it, see what's going on. We're going to leave it as to what it is default. Because I guess you can go... Oh no, medium is the highest it can go on Xbox. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to leave everything default for now. Just see how the sim is doing just in general. And go from that. We'll build our way up as well. We'll start with a small aircraft. And then we'll kind of get bigger and bigger. Go to different airports. Just see how the sim's running, you know? Just kind of go through that. I think it's a great way of testing the new build. And just seeing the overall experience of the Xbox version of the sim. I just realized I don't have my flight stick plugged in. Hold up. Not that I really need it per se. I mean, we'll still do some flying. We'll still do some flying, but it's more mainly just kind of seeing how everything's running. Alright, what the heck is that? Okay, I kind of want to just load into this, because I don't know what that is. It's my favorite plane, though, the aircraft.ui_manufacturer aircraft.ui.model, so... Don't know what this is. I've never seen this. It might be a third-party add-on that's just kind of sitting here, but... Let's find out. Hello, WW. Welcome, and Landing Channel. Welcome as well. Ooh, it's a black hole. Whoa. What is this? That's crazy. It doesn't do it. It's just a dot. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Who said it? What did it say who made this? Touching Cloud. Is that actually a developer, or is that just a random... Whatever it is, it goes 107 knots. Hang on. It is a developer. Oh. I think I know why that's there. Let me just double check. It is a third-party thing then. Darn, I thought it was like a little sneak peek at the... I mean, it wouldn't have been much of a sneak peek if it was, but I thought it was going to be the seaplane we're getting here in the next week or so for free. Can this... Oh my. Well, the menus are still horrendously slow. But yeah, I think it's the Airshow Assistant add-on. I don't need that on the thing. I mean, it doesn't really matter for this specifically. Wow. Yeah, the menus are not great. It's not me being slow and trying to move around. It's just, it's slow. But yeah, I don't need the Airshow stuff on there, because I want to have this... Where do I get the cursor? Oh, there it is. Disable. Okay, good. Because I just don't need anything else in the background. I just want to have a pretty vanilla experience. Not that the airshow stuff really does much since you're not using it. So again, we're gonna just go to random airports. I can't zoom in and out. Again, I remember this being a glitch before. It goes 2 nautical miles, maybe 3, and then it zooms back to default. Goodness gracious. Anyways, we'll just kind of get in the area. Or here, we'll just type it in. We'll start at LA, and then we'll kind of make our way around the world to different ones. Why does it go back to the... I just select the airport. Okay, I think we're good. Just do something. Oh. Oof. Unbelievable. Hello, Omar. Hello, hello. And now we wait. Alright. Not sure where it spawned us.
Los Angeles Tower,
oh, it just picked a runway, okay. Wow, what is going on over there?
Altimeter 905 departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 25 right.
What is happening? Oh my. Oh. Oh, that 787's gone. It keeps spawning in like AI traffic. What is this? I've never seen anything like it. Uh-oh. Oh, there's somebody floating. Oh, the 787's checking out a... Oh, my... You know, every time I come back to this Xbox version, it just... It's interesting. No doubt. I'm sorry, it was a 767, not a 787. I try to keep things realistic here. Well, alright, I think the air show's done. That was fascinating, I suppose. Oh. Oh, what is that? I'm not the only one hearing that static audio, right? What is that horrendous noise? Oh! Wow. I don't think that's just me. That's just... The audio's crazy for you too, right? Wow. That's the first time I've ever heard the audio... Okay, hang on. Let's restart. I don't want to... Let's just... We're not off to a good start, folks. If this is happening with just a Cessna 172 at LAX, I don't really want to know what it's like everything else. Wow, that was some horrible audio there. Something went horrifically wrong. Busy airport. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it is LAX. I just never saw him land that way before.
Los Angeles Tower, CTWN 32 Sierra, Romeo Echo 5012, and runway 25. Right, ready for departure. Departing straight out.
All right. Audio's normal this time.
Air Canada 775. 12 miles
Let's try that again.
Inbound ILS runway 25 right approach.
Air Canada 775, Los Angeles Tower. Altimeter 299er5. Cleared. ILS runway 25 right approach.
And then after this, we'll come back, we'll turn everything to low with the new settings and see if it makes a difference.
Cleared ILS runway 25 right approach. Air Canada 775.
It's weird, we take off, and then the static comes back. Very low frame rate still. I mean, it's still kind of loading things in, but... a not enjoyable frame rate. Still going on. Have the audio crackling, which out of all the hundreds of hours, never heard it doing that. I mean, we've had the random little stops of it, but not continuous. But it seems like it's gone. And once we get away from the airport, oh, more audio crackling again. Oh, I did that once. And yes, this is the Sim Update 3 beta, the latest beta build of 1.5.24.0. Gonna go out this way a little bit. We'll loop around, land, see how that does with performance, and then we'll go back through it. We'll back out, turn down the new settings we can toggle down to low, see if that makes a difference or if it feels similar. And then I think you can turn it off completely as well, so we'll see. Anytime you start looking at... oh, never mind, it's still... I mean, it's still better when you're not looking at a handcrafted airport. Photogrammetry, not looking too bad. Still not great. Tons of boats spawning in. No, because I'm about to turn you off anyways, because I don't need ATC, because I don't care about that currently. And then if we pan over to the airport... get the stutters, look away from the airport. Yeah. Still not great.
Air Canada 775. Wind 169er. At tree caution, the generic landing, runway 25 left. Clear to land runway 25 right.
Clear to land runway 25 right. Air Canada 775.
Why your videos always got low sound? No idea, because it sounds good on my end, so I don't know what to tell you. Plus, not really worried about game audio for this stream anyways, because we're not trying to do anything too crazy. Guess I could double check. But every time somebody says, oh, the audio's really low, it sounds fine on my iPad and on my iPhone, so don't know what to tell you.
CTWN 32 Sierra, Romeo Echo 5012. Did you copy?
So yeah, sounds fine on my end. Don't know what to tell you if you're having it low. Because most of the time people say it's low, I turn it up, and then I watch it back, and then you hardly hear my voice over everything else, so it's just, yeah, not doing that. By the way, need to shut her up. Don't need to hear any ATC, thank you very much. Not here to do that today. It's broken anyways, so what's the point? Beautiful. Oh, that's not my trim. Alright. I love when that resets to rudder every time. Love that. One of these days, the sim won't just reset things randomly, because it's not because of updates. I'd understand if it was every time an update, it's like, okay, no big deal, but it happens in the same day with no update, where you just restart the sim, hop back in, and all of a sudden, some settings have changed for some reason. It's like, okay, can we not keep doing this, please? It's so annoying always having something else different. It's like, okay, fantastic. Should have a runway over here as well. There it is. What's the photogrammetry looking like? Buildings, again, look really good. They're not all drooped over and melted. Still got all the crappy, blocky trees in some of those areas. It's just odd to me how the AI system can't just delete those out of the area. Because all those trees are, the ones that don't load in like a tree, are from the 3D photogrammic imagery. So you get that, you know, just the 360-degree image, and it just creates that. I'm surprised they just can't tell the sim to delete it. Especially in, like, parking lots and stuff. Or when they make these handcrafted airports, why not clean up more of the area outside of the airport as well? Is always something that's kind of surprised me. This thing's really twitchy on the Xbox. I need to turn down the sensitivity on the Thrustmaster for this, because I'm barely moving it and it looks like I'm yanking the stick back. It's odd. Oof. It's not a good sign if we're having this frame rate with a Cessna 172. Not looking good for us slowly building up to other aircraft. But anyways, this is what it looks like with the medium settings, so the default settings for all the new ones that have been added. So, we're going to back out, stay with the 172, and just reload into it with the settings. We might just go set it to off if we can. Yes, we'll just turn everything off and just see what happens, or if we can. Guess it doesn't really matter since it seems like the first one, so we'll just do low and then off for everything else. Perfect. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna restart the sim, make sure it's saving those settings, and then we'll dive into it. Okay, Okay. It's always funny jumping to the Xbox version because the PC version has been really nice with the last few beta builds. It's been great flying in Sim Update 3, but it seems like Xbox always kind of just stays relatively the same. So again, we'll see what these settings do if they do anything. I'm hoping they do to improve the experience. Because I mean, just flying around LA in a Cessna and it's that poor of frame rates still is pretty disappointing. But yeah, the PC is the opposite. Like, it's the best The Sims ever run for me. You know, it's nice and smooth. There's no frame drops landing at handcrafted airports, even with bigger aircraft. It's really crazy to see that. Especially after getting so used to seeing that all the time. But so far, the Xbox side of things still feels not so great. But let's see, I just want to make sure everything's saved. It did. Perfect. I want character variety in medium. There we go. Alright, so we're going to head back to LA in a Cessna 172 and just see if we see a noticeable difference in anything. At least the map is working this time. Slowly but surely. We'll just spawn in here and head on in. Let's see here. But nice 2C box. I almost said box. Glad you're having a better time with the sim. Getting more and more annoyed the last couple of days. I've thought about getting in, and I just don't because I don't want to deal with some of the issues, especially the career mode issues. Yeah, I mean, I don't even touch career mode anymore. I won't touch it anymore until some improvements happen. The model isn't loaded in, I'm assuming. I don't know. Yeah, there it goes. It's getting there. So minus the textures on the ground not loading in just yet, frame rate is completely different to what we just experienced with the settings at medium. I'm still going to get some little freezes here and there, of course, when things load. Still waiting for the ground textures to load in. We'll just keep orbiting around the Cessna. That way you can see how... Oh, there we go. Loaded in the textures. After the textures loaded in, we got way more frame freezes. Looks like it's okay now. Must have just been loading in the rest of the textures. Okay, so far, much better. Great to see some change from that initial experience, because that initial one was not great. The audio isn't freaking out. Okay, that must be a real player. Yes, that's definitely a real player. In a cub. Oh. Oh. E145 going on by here. Wow, this is total different experience here. It's like I went to PC. But I'm glad. Like I'm happy that we're seeing a difference just from turning off those other settings there. Not sure what this plane is. That parking or because it looks like he's kind of at the runway. He is on the runway. I don't know what he's sitting here for. He has no nose gear. They still gotta work on this AI traffic. It's been really freaky. Just nonsense going on, which you saw in the beginning of the stream when we first loaded in. I'm assuming he's not supposed to be here, because he's still not loading in the nose gear. I've still yet to notice anything with wake turbulence either. It just seems like nothing's ever in front of you. We'll test it out here. Look at this frame rate. Oh my goodness. But see what I'm talking about? It doesn't seem, I mean, maybe it's off by default. I don't know why it would be. We'll have to look at the settings. I mean, look at that. Pan over the camera really quick and it's not freaking out. It's not chugging along like a photo album. Like it was the first. Can you quit looking at me, Copilot? I'm not looking at you. I'm just looking outside. I'm about to delete you. But no, much different. Much better. And we still have air traffic taxiing around and disappearing right after I say that. Still some subtle freezes because it's freaking out with the air traffic, which I thought I turned off, so I don't even know why they're still here. But anyways, doesn't matter. At least it still makes the world feel a bit alive. No, this is very nice. Look at this. Looking at LAX. It's not completely abysmal of an experience like it was on our first run. I'll get right in front of an airliner taking off. Should be a cool shot. Oh, he's taking a while to get over to us. Photogrammetry's looking great. Nice. Okay. Let me look out this way so the Copilot isn't thinking we're looking at him here. Still have some traffic going on the roads down there. Interesting. So it seems like the new settings are very much coming in handy to improve the experience on Xbox. Of all our lights on here. And here, let's also do this. Look at that. Looks so nice. And it's running so nice too. Is this thing actually an autopilot? That's quite a bank autopilot's doing if it is. Goodness. Hey, there's the Cub. Look at that, can actually read what's on the buildings. Legends. Are people actually advertising TV shows on rooftops in LA? Typical LA thing to do there. Yeah, this is not an autopilot. That explains why it's such a aggressive bank. Alright, well cool. What an improvement right off the bat. So let's go ahead and land, and then we'll probably head over to England. Let's do Heathrow again. And then we'll switch into a bigger aircraft. I mean, we're going to just do incremental increases in that just to see what's going on. And see if we can keep having this experience. Still losing some frames as you start seeing the runway, but looks like it's calm for the rest of this, hopefully. Cessna's still really twitchy with the controls for whatever reason. AI traffic still just freezing in place for whatever reason. We'll just go under the wing, no problem. Wow, this thing's really, I don't know, it feels different on Xbox. I don't know why. But alright. Very nice. It's nice that the settings are actually doing something as opposed to changing it and it still feels like the same experience. Still losing a bit of the frame rate coming back to an airport though. Still not as bad as it was on the first run. So perfect. Things are looking up, everybody. Excellent first test. So now I'm wondering if I should... I think we're going to do it. It's going to add some more time to it, but it's a great way to see the difference in the experience. So we're going to turn everything back on again. We're going to go into, let's try, we'll probably do a private jet of some sort just to kind of get something going there. And I'm going to restart the sim again just to have a fresh start, see what it looks like. We'll turn it all back off again in the same plane, same place, and just experience that. Quirksy, holy moly! For showing us Xbox players some love. Appreciate the stream. Thank you so much. And I'm going to get to the rest of the chat. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ignore you or anything. It's just... Oh, hang on. I didn't turn this off. But thank you so much. Very much appreciate it. But yeah, I always appreciate... Or, not always appreciate. I always like to showcase the Xbox version. Because I know a lot of you do play on the Xbox. So it's always great to kind of go into it. See what's going on. See if the new builds and new settings do improve your experience. So thank you very much for the $3.99 super chat. Very much appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Let me catch back up here. And Quirksy, I've just joined and went back to watch the first few minutes of the stream and had quite the laugh. Yeah, that air show was fantastic, wasn't it? And Ace is high. Yeah, I mean, still hope career can turn around and all that, but it's needing a lot of work. I only do some passenger transport in career, only thing that is somewhat kind of okay. That is true. And hello, Kyle. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. And hello, Halloween. Hello, hello. Even ferry routes could have been fun, but a hangar make it a maintenance or the percentage on your maintenance. I mean, I'm assuming that's what they have planned at some point, is to, you know, expand what you can do in career mode instead of the same mission over and over and over and over again. So, I mean, we'll see. Still, hopefully we'll get something going there, but... Okay, so... Test number 2. Let's see if we have the same experience, because I'm going to assume the first one is going to be horrendous, just like it was with the Cessna and LAX. So let's load into... We'll just do the Vision Jet. And into Heathrow we go. And then this is with the settings set to what they are default, with everything at medium. And then you get the point. After we do a little flight around here, we'll see how the performance is. We'll turn it all off, reload, and then come back into it. And hopefully have the same experience we did with the Cessna. And hopefully we have that same experience with the airliners once we get there. Because we're going to do a test with what I know is horrendous on the Xbox, the A350. So we'll see how it does with those new settings off as well. That'll be our grand finale. Because we all know that the A350 is a absolute frame destroyer. Alright, so pleasantly surprised with this. Obviously we're going to have the frame drops and freezes as it's loading things in. We still don't have the ground textures at 100%. Don't know why my call sign or tail number is blocked, but don't really care about that. So we're doing this again, huh? Oh. Oh, he has his reverse thrusters engaged as well. Interesting. Guess that's just how every spawn into a big airport goes in the sim currently. Not much of an air show going on in Heathrow, though. So, I mean, that's a plus. Alright. Let's get the chocks off. Put it back on accident. My bad. Oof. Huge stutters, though. Which I'm glad is happening, because then hopefully when we have the other settings turned off, it'll be better. Oh. Take all that stuff off. What's my favorite hobby outside the aviation world? I mean, honestly, just playing other games. I mean, been having a blast with Mafia: The Old Country. Been a fun experience with that. So, I mean, yeah, just playing games with other genres, of course. I feel like we're gonna crash at some point. Yep, just walk out in front of me, get clipped by the wing. Don't really care. Sucks to be you. Hey there, love your videos. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoy the content. That is awesome to hear. Got a nice sunset going on in England right now. Because I do believe we're set to live weather. Because I always like having everything set to live, because then you get a better indicator of how everything's going. Yep, live weather, perfect. Same with live air traffic and all that. Because I know people always tell me, oh, if you turn that off, you get better frame rates and all that stuff. But I want to have it to where everything's on, because then you get a better indicator of how things are going. Any activities like painting, photography? I mean, I like going outside into the wilderness and all that stuff, but I don't really consider it a hobby per se. It's something I do anyways. Yeah, I don't care about all this stuff. I'm good. You can complain all you want. I'm not here for a professional flight. Oh, I didn't realize I put the flaps down that much. Goodness. Alright, let's head outside, get a view of what the sim's running at. Not great, which I'm really happy about, because I'm glad it's doing horrendous here, because then we can see a noticeable, hopefully a noticeable difference with those settings turned off, like we did with the 172. Oh, a 0G flight for sure, because then I can be in a 727. Easy. Well, I mean, obviously it will never outperform a PC. I'm not saying it will ever do that, but it doesn't mean it can't be a good experience. So I don't think anybody's ever said it would outperform a PC. But the sim's out on Xbox, and it needs to get to a point where Xbox users can enjoy it. There's no reason for there to be a whole thing where it's like, oh, if you want to play the sim, then get a PC. Well, it's on Xbox, so they need to make it to where it's enjoyable on the Xbox as well.
Traffic. 12
I mean, I'd be surprised the Series X is performing better than the X. Plus, it all depends on what planes people are flying, the airports they're at, all that kind of stuff. All I know is I hope Xbox never does two different versions again. I still think it was a mistake. But I mean, overall, I mean, yeah, we had some freezes that were pretty horrendous, but overall, it's still pretty good with everything set to medium, the highest setting you can get on the Xbox. So we'll see what it looks like with everything off, and see if it looks even better. Let's find out. I need to go the other way. I don't know why I keep going left, making it last longer. Off, low, low. Oh wait, no, that's off too. There we go. Off, low, and off. Sweet. And again, I always like to give it a fresh start, just to have a nice clean slate. That way nothing can go weird with just changing the settings and going from that. And yeah, I agree. I think the Xbox version should have absolutely been separate from what the PC one was, instead of it being exactly identical with each other. I agree. I think that would have created a lot less issues going on, but to just try to make it be uniform was probably another mistake as well, for sure. What's the cost of the newest Xbox? The Series X was $500 when I bought it, and I think the Series S was, what, $350? Forgot what the prices were. Oh, not forgot the prices for the Series X. I paid $500 for that. I still think this has been the most boring generation for Xbox. I mean, there's just... I don't know. I just don't think anything will top the 360 era, really. I enjoyed the Xbox One because I enjoyed the Kinect. I loved those games. Those were always fun. And then the Series X came out, and it's just, the games have been just, especially first party wise, I mean, there's not too much that's stood out. It's always annoying watching this video and seeing helicopters firefighting, and the remote cargo operations. I'm assuming probably bush trips here. I guess it could have been more world photographer stuff, but still. Alright, back in the Vision Jet and back to Heathrow. Let's see if the experience is different, similar, or worse. Let me double check, make sure the settings saved. They did. This variety always goes back to medium for some reason, but everything else stays where I leave it. Did we spawn up? I forgot where we spawned. I think it was over here. I want to keep it somewhat the same. Alright, flight number 2 in Heathrow with the Vision Jet. With the new set. Oh, wow, I never saw it kick me out of the start flight before. Loading time seems pretty similar. I mean, it wasn't too long with medium settings either. I'm not really too picky about the load times. Doesn't have to be instant. Oh. We already have the textures ready? Nice. Of course, we'll have little stutters there when everything's still loading in. Nice. Already looking better. Again, which is great to see. Oh, little frame there. But you know what? Being able to turn off those stupid workers that walk around is just awesome in its own. Even on PC, I'm going to have it off, because most of the time they're always just in the way. Always walking into the blades and all that crap, so it's just great being able to turn them off. Oh yeah, the name is there this time. Nice. 68 Ken, afternoon Cowtown. Have you had any performance issues in SU3 with the Coronado planes on Xbox? I have not messed with one. We can do it after this though and see. And Greg, yes, this is a Series X we're playing on. Alright, let's see, because when we started taxiing we had some frame drops that were really long freezes. Let's see what happens now. Alright, little stutters, but no actual freezes. Oh, of course, I say that. And then there's one. It's because our MFD loaded in. I should have probably waited for that to load in, but anyways. Look at this. That might have been the other MFD loading in there, because now we actually have the map, so I think that might be just refreshing to cause that happening, rather than the airport or the plane loading anything in, so... I mean, this is Heathrow, handcrafted airport on an Xbox. Let's see if it can continue to be enjoyable here. And yes, Greg, yes, it lets you turn off characters, fauna, all that type of stuff going on. So there's a lot more options. It's not generic like it was in the last beta build. There's actually some more. We'll see it here again when we're done with this flight in the next 5 minutes or so. Let's see how it does when we line up with the runway. Oh, no stutters when you look at the runway. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. That's what I'm talking about. Little load in there. But not anything major that's killed the experience so far. Alright, I think we did an outside view looking at the airport here. And a right-hand turn. We'll freeze there. No, this is much smoother than it was originally. Interesting, there's no airplanes this time. Because we had aircraft at LAX when we had everything turned off, so... See how it does refreshing into different views. A little left-hand look. Great draw distance as well. It's not short. Get some good details out of the trees and everything. Got a nice fog to our right. Not having massive freezes when we look around fast, which is a really nice thing to see. Because that was really a major issue on the Xbox version. I'm going to go a little bit further out so some of the stuff at Heathrow can despawn. And I just want to see how the sim reacts on a final from when we are kind of trying to load some more stuff in. So we'll go full power on this for a little bit. Well, you're not changing the settings for graphics. I mean, you can see how the graphics look. The photogrammic imagery is still there, and it's really good looking. The aircraft models are high. You still have trees and everything like that. You're not turning down graphics settings, you're just disabling random crap that I could care less about anyways. Like the characters that are walking around and all that garbage. That's cool, but I wish they would just focus on optimization. I mean, okay, we've had... I'm not gonna say anything. That's just... It's almost like that's what's been the focus for the last 9 months of the sim has been optimizations. I mean, that's going to continue with Sim Update 4. The fact to say that, oh, there should be more focus on optimization, that's pretty much what the focus has been. Hey Barry, hello, hello. And honestly, if you're still complaining when seeing this footage, now that we have these settings going on with the visuals that it looks like on an Xbox, then I don't know, I guess people will never be satisfied on Xbox then. Because this is absolutely the best this sim has ever looked or ran on an Xbox. Without lowering graphic quality. I mean, look at the draw distance. I mean, I don't know how people can complain about this. If they complain about this, then I guess they're just wanting to complain, is all I know. Why would you sim on console? Because not everybody wants an overpriced PC. It's as simple as, like, I'm so... Oh my goodness. Alright, it's the PC Master Race, where every multiplayer game is filled with cheaters. What a fun experience. I love PC. It's great. Pay $1,000+ for a device, so it can be ruined by people cheating in open betas, in FPS games, and everything else. Love it. And then they wonder why Rockstar doesn't release their games on PC right away, because everybody's always having to dive into the files and spoil everything in a matter of 5 minutes. Oh, goodness, it's so annoying. It's like, how about you just let people enjoy the sim or whatever they want to play on whatever they want to play it on? Like, I'm just so over that whole thing about, oh, why would you play a sim on Xbox? Who cares? If people want to play it on there, just wait till it comes to PlayStation. Then it'll be on another device that isn't a PC that you can play the sim on. You know, it's just... Oh my goodness, it's so frustrating, man. Like, it's just so annoying. It's like, if you're so worried about people playing something that isn't a PC, I just... oh my. It's just hilarious that people are so worried about, oh, how could you play on something other than a PC? Oh. Anyways.
500.
It's just so obnoxious. Oh my, there we go, there's the ground. And not a single freeze. How nice is that? Goodness gracious. That's awesome. Still losing some frames there though. It loads something else in, it's weird. But got back to where it was. Very nice. Hey Binky, hello, hello. Uh-oh. Oh. Still some weirdness going on when you taxi around, though. Which is weird. I still don't get that. But it isn't constant, so it must just be some random things that loads in as you get closer to it. What kind of plane is this? This is a Vision Jet. And Duke Man, the new settings are these right here. Under graphics, where you can change the amount of things on the airport from the AI traffic to the cars driving around, getting rid of the pointless characters on the ground as well. The, like tugs, turning off fauna, all that type of stuff if you wanted to. Which, the thing I like about this is it's not really affecting the visuals. The aircraft models are still looking great. The ground quality's looking great. The draw distance is far. I mean, you can still see details of trees and everything over on the other side of Heathrow. It's really cool to see that. So, Cow's favorite, the Vision Jet, no doubt. Awesome. All right. Hopefully it can continue being this good of a difference. I think we'll test out the A350 just to see, because we already know the A350 sucks at frame rates, because any builds love making things that aren't... Oh wait, no, we'll do... Was it Coronado? Somebody was saying that a specific developer's planes were freaking out. 60 can. I sim on console because I can. Don't have a gaming PC and likely won't anytime soon. And that is perfectly fine. Don't worry, I'm not one of those people that have a PC and only play on there and say, oh, how could this be on such a device? Like, that whole attitude is so absolutely stupid. Ugh, goodness. But anyways. And Coronado, okay. Let's just do a test really quick. We'll just go right back to Heathrow and just see how it loads in. If it's freaking out or not. And yes, Embark, way smoother for sure overall. It still acts a bit weird on taxi when you land back at the airport. I'm sure it would have figured itself out at some point, but... Don't show out. Oh, I still get comments. Like, there was a comment on, somebody was mad that I was using third-person view again on a search and rescue. It's like, okay, then go fly a helicopter in real life and then do it that way. I'm not gonna be the type of channel that sits in the stupid cockpit view for the whole time. That crap's boring to me. It's just so funny, like, how people get so upset about where you play, how you play. It's like, if you're so worried about that, then don't watch content about it. Just do what you do and pretend everybody does the same thing you want to do. I mean, just crazy. The only thing I know with Coronado planes is the lighting's glitched out. Let's see if that's been fixed or not. I doubt it's an Asobo thing. I'm not really sure, but let's see. Nope. It's just the beacon light is really bright. It's the only plane I've seen this happen with. Which is why I haven't flown it much. I love this plane, but something's just glitchy with it, with the lighting. And TJ, this is the Series X. And that was probably... It always does that with the instrument panel. But anyways, we're gonna just take off really quick. I'm not noticing anything too crazy, though. We're out of the ordinary. Just here, I'm gonna turn that off so we can actually enjoy the outside view here. Man, look at that photogrammetry. Oh, it's so nice seeing it look great on the Xbox finally. It's awesome. So yeah, I mean, frame rate not acting weird with Coronado plane. It might just be specific ones, but yeah. I mean, yeah, you know, people always want the brighter lights in daytime, so if you get the F-33A, you got it. There we go. You can see it in the daylight. But yeah, it's the only plane I've ever really noticed that as an issue. I don't know why it was just this specific one. It might be a custom light model or something that the developers at Coronado made. That's just interfering with something that Asobo changed. But yep, there we go. Yeah, we're actually going to switch to the A350 now, because I just want to see. Because the A350's just always been a performance hog. I still see that. Look at that. I still see the beacon light. It's amazing. I still see it. You could be in the International Space Station and see my F-33A. It's still right there. I see it. That's hilarious. I think the game's crashed. Oh, no. Okay. I was just seeing. Okay. Oh. Anyways. So, again, we're going to set everything back to the default medium. We're going to load into the A350, which last time we flew that on the Xbox, it was just horrendous. And we'll see if these settings improves that or not. With airliners, I don't have as much hope for a smooth experience, but we'll see. So, alright, that's all set to medium. We'll restart the sim and go from that. Let's see here. I didn't understand if they only were able to get access to an additional 500 megabytes of VRAM for the Series X, or also in the Series X. If not, how is the optimization in the Series X different? I have no idea. I'm not really sure on the specifics of the differences between the S and X and what they're doing with that. So unfortunately, I can't help with that question. I just had enough to be annoyed at this stream. I mean, of course there's... Oh, my goodness gracious. If you've played the Xbox version before, this is night and day difference. Yes, there's still some drops going on, but this is miles above what the entirety of the Xbox experience has been. Do you know when they're adding lightning to the game? It's already there. It's in Sim Update 3, in the beta. Did a whole video about it about a month and a half ago now, where they readjusted everything. Thunderstorms are awesome in the sim now. Love flying through those. But yeah, if you're not in the beta, you can expect that in Sim Update 3. So, what's another major airport that we know is a mess? Should we... Oh, that's... Should we do... Dubai? I don't really like flying around here because there's not a lot of photogrammetry. It's all just blah AI placed buildings. So let's do Tokyo. I think that'll be a good spot to do a little test in the Performance Hog A350. Again, I don't really have high hopes for this to be any different. I feel like this is going to be pretty much the same experience regardless of settings, but hey, if I can be proven wrong, I'll be happy about it. Let's see. LTAZ. Oh, that's over in Turkey. Try Ultra. There is no Ultra setting. Medium is the highest on Xbox. if that's what we're talking about. Because again, if you're just joining, what we do is we have it set to the settings that we can change now to the default medium, which is the highest setting it can go. We do a flight, see how it's doing, and then I go and turn all that off that we can. And that's how we've done the first 3 flights with the 172, then the Vision Jet, and then we messed around with the Coronado just to see what's going on with that. But yeah, the airliners, of course, were the biggest thing because, I mean, they're just performance hogs, especially any build ones. The 737 was always pretty decent. We'll probably test that out too, just to see what a default non-any aircraft is like, and just go from that. But I definitely wanted to test this one out because I know it requires a lot of performance, so it's a great test. And yeah, heavy cargo is not with Sim Update 3 anymore. It'll be in Sim Update 4. Yep. Already the longest load time, which again, not surprised in the slightest. I think we're almost there. The water has frozen. I feel like we're gonna crash. But no, okay, we got that because the audio was really delayed. It already, or the audio was ahead of the video. Oh, we're also not gonna be flying at night. I mean, I guess we can just kind of showcase what that looks like, but. Got to a really stable frame rate rather quickly. Even with medium settings, so hey, maybe we will see some improvements when we turn all this other crap off. Because the ground texture's already loaded in. Nice. First hard freeze, okay. Oh, I guess I do that from the tablet, right? Oh, they still haven't updated this, huh? Still doesn't... They didn't fix the freaking out screens when it boots up. Very nice, very nice. We should be fine with just the quick start, hopefully. Another hard freeze. Oh. I saw the warning there. Get that off. Perfect. I think we're good. I think the chocks are gone. Yes, they are. Things are going to look weird because we're going to hit this A220. Oh, we might actually clear it. We're good. Binky, oh my goodness gracious. Thank you very much for the 1999. Oh, what did I? Why did we just stop like that? That was weird. But thank you very much. Uh-oh. We're apparently hitting something. And yes, as Tusibox says, my second favorite plane. I guess we'll turn this way, because I'm hitting an invisible wall, apparently. Alright. But Binky, thank you very, very much for that. I very much appreciate it. It will go great to my A350 therapy session. That will be happening tomorrow. But I don't want to go to a default plane. I want to go to handcrafted ones because that is where more of the performance is needed. That's why I'm not going to default aircraft. I want handcrafted ones because then that is where we get our best test results. Because then it's going through the more demanding parts of the sim. I must say, the beta builds have also improved performance just in general. So the fact that we're doing this good with the default settings without changing anything yet is a great sign. Don't know what you're complaining about, but... A lot of hard freezes. Oh, Jesus, they need to fix that. I can't believe that still hasn't been fixed. What an annoying bug. I'll try not to flip through. I will probably change it. Oh, too low terrain, we're fine.
Too low terrain.
What is this complaining
Too
about?
low terrain.
What is this thing freaking out about? Goodness. Really low resolution below us for some reason. The buildings look great, and it's fine over on the right side, so something's just glitchy there. I'm sure the audio's really loud now, which I'm not surprised by. I think this is just a side effect of the airline. It's just having a much lower draw distance because it's a performance-heavy thing. So again, we'll see when we turn off the other stuff if that helps increase it. Because it looks like it maybe goes... I don't know, seems like it's getting further and further now with the draw distance. But yeah, I'll try not to go outside anymore because I hate that flashing strobe light disco party going on in here every time you load back into it. We're also going to turn this back to daytime as well. Get ready for the flashbang. There we go. That way, if we do go outside and back in, the screens won't be as obnoxious. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's just, that's why I wanted to get away from nighttime. Oh, now it doesn't do it, of course. When it's not as obnoxious, the screens work fine. It's great. Love it. What is that? Is it a boat? Oh, no, I don't want to. You can unpause, please. Oh, it's just a... Wow. Somebody was like, I want to build my own island and build a building on it. That's pretty amazing. Can't leave the cockpit without the pilots turning it into a disco party. No doubt.
2,000.
2,000. Go out a little bit further here. Start getting some flaps in here so we don't come in 8,000 miles per hour here. I think I missed a comment because I was going to reply to it, then I got distracted about community flights or something. And Anthony, yeah, no doubt. Sorry, I saw your comment about you work on PCs and don't want gaming downtime to be filled with trying to eke out performance out of it. Nice. I agree, Anthony. But anyways, regarding community flights, when everybody's on the same build, because I always fly in the beta, I'm there 100% of the time a beta's going on.
Speed.
Oh shoot, sorry. Too busy talking to chat. But anyways, all my time is spent on the beta, so when everybody's on the same build, when there isn't a beta going on, I want to... Getting speed in there. But anyways,
Speed.
you need to stop. It's fine. Everything's under control, plane. So anyways, whenever he's on the same build and there's no beta, we'll be doing community flights where people can just hop on in, join up and all that. But I don't do it during betas because I'm not going to keep going back and forth uninstalling betas and going to the release version, all that kind of stuff. So once everybody's on the same build and all that, we'll definitely be doing live streams where people can, I mean, you can already do that anyways because I'm always in free flight. But yeah, so thought I'd answer that. Sorry it took a while to answer it. I was focused on everything else.
Speed.
Oh, is this not the... Where's the airport at? Is it on the other side? Oh, I think I'm not done turning. I think I see a bit of it.
Speed.
There we go. Ears down, some more flaps. What in the world? Thing's falling apart. I mean, there's a good possibility, just like when Sim Update 2 released, Sim Update 3's beta started the next day, there is a good possibility the fourth one will begin its beta really soon after again. And I'm okay with it, because I like being in the beta, because you're always sending data to the devs. So I'm always flying different things, flying in different places in the world, and just trying to send as much data as I can to help get this sim where it needs to be. And I'm glad things are improving, especially on the Xbox side of things, because like I was saying in the beginning, the PC version has been the best it's performed since release. It's doing really nice over there, so I'm happy to have this similar experience on the Xbox version too. Not loading in the right textures over here. It's loading in satellite imagery instead of what it's supposed to, or it's just really weird imagery layouts from Bing Maps.
300.
But for everything being default medium settings, this was a really decent flight.
200.
With an airliner.
Speed.
Yeah, I know.
100.
We're fine.
90.
Leave me alone.
80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Little left rudder.
10. 5.
Okay, that was way more rudder than I needed. Okay, hard freeze there. The city of Tokyo disappeared for a second. That was a really smooth landing, though. I'm happy with that. The rudder really was aggressive, though, for some reason. Oh, the nose gear just slams into the ground. Alright, so that is a flight with the A350 with the default settings. Now, as you already know, we're going to have it all set to low or off and just see what's going on. Get rid of the characters that I could care less about. I'm going to be turning that off on PC too. Just not having them running around everywhere around your plane is going to be awesome. I should have done that in the main menu. I'll just check before we restart it, make sure it saved those settings. It did. Alright, restart the sim. And we'll see if we have less of those severe frame drops. I mean, overall, it was a relatively smooth flight, even with those settings there, so that was amazing. You have to try VATSIM. I mean, I'm just not really that into the full ATC stuff. I just like flying the planes. And hopefully, because it is VATSIM, right? Working with Asobo now? I believe it is. Anyways, one of them are working with Asobo to improve the in-sim ATC stuff, so it'll be interesting to see what happens from that. I love the fact that they're really taking their time to release the update. Shows they are taking it serious, even though I would love the update already. I mean, yeah, it's just... I wish this would have been a thing before the sim released. But again, I'm sure that was more of a Microsoft thing, saying just put it out, rather than an Asobo thing. Because I'm sure Asobo was like, we need more time with this. But anyways, I don't really bother talking about that anymore, because it's 9 months ago, there's really no reason to bring it up. You know, it's kind of like, it should have been done that way, it wasn't, we're here, and we're finally getting some improvements going, so... And I'm glad it's finally noticeable improvements. It isn't just new beta builds where it's like, okay, it feels like the last 5 beta builds, you know? Alright. Down to low again, and let's do our second run with the A350. See if anything feels different, or flies different, or performs different. I'm installing FS 2020 again. Nice, enjoy. This is really zoomed in. Normally it's a bit further out. It's interesting. And this time I'm going to just turn it to daytime right away, as opposed to flying at night for a little bit. And I agree, Tusi Box, I have not ever thought about 2020 since 24 came out. I have no interest in ever going back to it. Nice. Let everything load in right away. And the reason these are still here, because this is part of any build's thing. Nice. Oh, that wasn't a freeze, I just got stuck on... what am I walking? Oh, a baggage cart. Like, what are we getting stuck on? Still getting some freezes. And then after this, I want to go to the 737. We're going to do the same test. But nice. And again, great load distance. You can actually see stuff that's not 20 feet away like it was before. Away from that. Let's get this to daytime here, because I'm not going to see those screens freaking out every time I go in and out of the cockpit. Right. Should be good to roll. Hopefully the wing doesn't have any effect with the pole. City's going in and out over there. Is there ultra low settings? No, it's medium, low, or off are the options that you have at your disposal. There's a severe ghosting effect. Look at the landing, the nose gear. Still have no idea what that's complaining about, but I don't really care. Whatever it's complaining about, whatever. Really impressed with the photogrammetry. Even with a jet airliner, it's still loading in really nice on the Xbox. Because, I mean, there was a point where even if you were flying a 172, the photogrammetry just never looked like it was supposed to on the Xbox. It's amazing. I need to change the, I mean, I'm not worried about it anyways, but it's not set the way I want it to. So if, in case you're wondering why I'm going like almost idle to full power, I'm moving it like a centimeter and it's just, it's whatever's defaulted. You know, for the people that have their fancy throttle stuff. The fancy things that I do not have. But it'll work for the next 3 minutes of flying. Is it Xbox? Yes, Nura. This is the Xbox Series X we're playing this on. Oh, no doubt, Omar. I mean, if it released with what Sim Update 3 has done, because Sim Update 1 and 2, I mean, there were some improvements, but this third Sim Update has brought the most actual significant and noticeable changes. So if the Sim would have released with this build, there would have been way less controversy and complaints and all that kind of stuff, no doubt. No doubt about it. Because again, like I was saying, this is the best the Sims run on Xbox or the PC. Because again, on the PC, it's been really nice flying into airports, not having those massive stutters on landing. It's been just night and day difference. So, I mean, yeah, I'm really liking these new settings that have been added, especially for Xbox on that side of thing, is making a huge difference. And of course, they've made some other performance improvements for the Sim itself, not just from those settings. Because if you look at the first stream we did over this A350, this was not the experience we were having with it. I mean, we landed in Denver and it was just horrendous with the frame rates and everything. I mean, we'll see how it does here when we land, but the taxiing and all that, I mean, obviously there's going to be some little stutters there. There's still improvements to be made, but I'm really happy with where this Sim is at currently with these last couple builds that have come out for the beta. Just night and day experiences. Because, I mean, we've done plenty of these Xbox-specific streams, and this is the most I've ever enjoyed flying in this. And we're having that same experience with probably the most performance-heavy aircraft out there is saying something. So, I mean, that's just, I'm really happy seeing that. Because, to be honest, I wasn't expecting the airliners to feel any different, but they absolutely do. I know we're way up here, that's okay. We'll make it work. That was spoilers. Wrong button. There we go. I mean, yeah, that was already in previous knowledge anyways, that 2020 was going to be supported for 10 years after release. So, I mean, even if 24 didn't release, it would, you know. But yeah, that was already known that 2020 would continue to be supported. I know we're way up here. It's going to be a not so legit landing, but it'll work. It'll do what we need it to do.
2,500.
I didn't realize I was climbing that much anyways.
2000.
We also have not crashed a single time this stream, which is great to see that too, especially being at these handcrafted airports in performance-intensive aircraft with photogrammetry to load in.
1000.
That's really promising. Try one flight at Cape Town Airport in South Africa. I want to see if they did anything with the photogrammetry for Table Mountain. I mean, we can go there, but I don't think anything's really been done in Africa as a whole. I'll bring the 737 over there. Man, that's really nice to see that we don't really lose any performance switching cameras either, because that was another issue too, is going external or internal. You'd always have these severe freezes.
300.
Let's see how the landing goes.
100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5,
Not a single hard freeze at any point on that landing. Never thought I'd see the day. See the skyline of Tokyo off in the distance. It isn't a short draw distance. I mean, my goodness. That's awesome. Got some weird terrain to work on here. And that little bump there. We're here. Nice. No, that's actually very, very nice to see that. Alright, so what we're going to do, again, one more test, I think. We'll go into the 737, just to see how a non-any builds aircraft does, because, I mean, if you can run the A350 at a great frame rate like we just did with that, you're pretty much golden with any other aircraft. I mean, my goodness. Alright, cool. So that's all set to medium. We're going to go ahead and restart. We'll go to South Africa. Even though there's probably not photogrammetry there, is there? We'll see. Because I typically don't want to go to places that aren't handcrafted or photogrammic. But we'll just do that. Hello, landing channel. Welcome back. Oh, man. No, this has been a pleasant stream. Because I was hoping to see some, you know, at least a little bit of improvement. But this is way above the improvement that I was expecting. Which is really nice to say that finally. especially for those of you that are only playing on the Xbox version of The Sims. So the fact that you're finally able to experience this stuff at such a great frame rate and smoothness is nice to see. Oh. Okay. I never know if I need to We'll see. If things act a bit weird, it's probably because that just received an update for the add-on stuff. So we'll see. Oh, no doubt. We'll definitely be flying in the daytime. So let's hop in the 737 and see how that does. So again, first flight, we have all the default settings. And then we'll do a second flight after that, just in case you're joining and you're wondering what we're up to. I want to change the livery here. It's been Sun Express forever. Let's go Alaskan. Don't know why they're in Cape Cod, but they are. There we go. Did I say Cape Cod? I meant Cape Town. No, oh, it is a handcrafted airport. Nice. Didn't even know. All right. 737 in Cape Town. Test number 1. Ground textures have already loaded in. Dodge the truck. Look how smooth this is. That's amazing. And that's with everything turned on to its highest settings. Don't know why there's grass everywhere, though. Nice reflections. Wow. Nice and smooth inside the cockpit as well immediately. There's not a lot of stuttering and loading. That's so nice. I mean, it feels like a whole completely different sim now. Just want to make sure this is actually booting up. It just got us sitting here. Can I get a pushback, please? Oh, there's not even a pushback tug here. Can we get an invisible one at least? I mean, if not, it's fine. We'll just make a weird-looking taxi. Nope, multiplayer, all the stuff is on. There is everything turned on. I just don't have the nameplates on. But everything is set to live except for the time of day. But weather's live, multiplayer's on, AI traffic is on, all that stuff is set to on. The PC-12 will be fixed with the altitude pressurization stuff, yes. I didn't realize how long of a boot up this thing's got. But we're getting there. May as well walk around. I mean, look at that. It's so nice not changing. Oh, I don't know why that spawned in, but look at the reflection. It's just so weird to me playing the Xbox version and it isn't just a frame like drop every time you do something else, like going out of the plane, switching camera angles. Like, this is so crazy to experience this. By the way, I don't like Alaska's new livery. And it's kind of cool having the Aurora Borealis on the tail, but that's just such a staple for them. All right. I mean, even changing the camera angles inside, I mean, that never was like that before. And I know all of you Xbox players can know what I'm talking about. Pretty much anything you were doing in the sim, the frame rate would just die and just... it would just be an awful, awful experience. Not reloading everything every time you're doing something. It's just awesome. They need to just fix the grass here though in this airport. And everything's really nicely detailed. The AI traffic, the static traffic, the buildings. Really happy with the draw distance. It isn't short. Not everything's popping in every 2 feet. Since when is the sim so good? Ever since the last 2 beta builds. It's been a completely different experience and it's just awesome. I wanted to buy a Series X just for the sim, but I didn't want to do it back then. I wanted to play Career. Can you recommend it now? Well, for Career, you'll enjoy it in the beginning and you'll realize how kind of mundane it is. There's still a lot of improvements that need to be made for Career. But the overall experience, because Sim Update 3 isn't out just yet. We're getting closer to it, though. Of course, you're turning this way. But I mean, yeah, since you've never experienced Career Mode, you'll still enjoy it for the beginning bit. You know, progress through the planes that we do have. But yeah, just night and day difference going on with performance. We'll see if we can continue. Because this is not what the other settings change. This is all everything default to the highest settings that the Xbox can have. And we're already running like this. Not flying anywhere, just we'll go to whatever Table Mountain is, and then I'll circle back and land here. We're not doing any flights in this stream. Alright, so it's... I think it's that mountain? Yes, it is. So we'll just do a little quick flight over there, turn around, land here, and see how the sim handles it. You know what? I bet this thing's trimmed down still, isn't it? Because I'm really having to pull back on the stick here. What is it defaulted to? Yep, it's still... I don't know why they need to fix that. It's still defaulted to a negative trim, so you're having to fight it more on takeoff. I always forget about it until we're taking off. Then I remember it instantly. Okay. Okay, get the flaps back. Oh, this thing is so ridiculous.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm not oh, and
Don't
it
sink.
kicked me out of that.
Don't sink.
Oh,
Don't
this is
sink.
not going to end
Don't
well.
sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Why isn't it
300.
adjusting
Don't
faster? Oh, goodness gracious. Yep. I'm glad to know that's not fixed still. I don't know what it's doing now. Oh my goodness. This thing's such a pain. Asobo, you still gotta work on your 737. This thing's ridiculous. Like, what is this? Where's the stupid auto? There it is, over here. Disable this crap. Hit the wrong button. Oh my god. Goodness. Okay, and you still, let me guess, it's negative. Just, I need to restart this flight. This is ridiculous. That trim's killing me because it's just, I can't do anything about it. Hang on. Just forget this happened. We're gonna spawn on the runway. Unbelievable. Welcome to the Dolphin Edition. But yep, it's funny, I never fly the thing forever, and then right as I'm taking off on a runway and it's taking forever to take off, I'm like, oh, it's the stupid trim, isn't it? That needs to get fixed. It's such an annoying thing with this plane. It's like, oh, would you like a negative 4-degree trim? No, as a matter of fact, I don't. Why is this so slow? Go. All right, let's try this again. Let's also make it daytime and not fly at night, please. And now that things are getting better with performance, hopefully we can finally get some fixes on these planes that have been broken forever, too. And why is my screen so dark? Why is it in night mode? Well, it's a night mode because we spawn in at night, but still, I don't really care. I'm not worried about it. Anyways, this should go much smoother now. Because we're not fighting the aircraft to stay in the air. Alright. Take 2. Oh, that helicopter's blades are not going. That must be Crow Air. That looks very funny with the blades not moving. Alright, hey, isn't it much nicer when you're not fighting the aircraft that's trying to nosedive? It's great. Don't know why Asobo was like, you know what, let's just default it to -4 degree trim and we're good. This might not be a good example. We'll see how it... I mean, it's still a great test anyways, but... we'll see what the terrain actually looks like. Because obviously when you're in an airliner, it does a little bit less. But we'll see, because it looks like it's some old imagery anyways. Looks like some 2007 stuff from Bing Maps. So even if we were in a 172, it wouldn't look as good. Because it should be on the right over here, right? This? That we're pointed at? I hear the peanuts again. Yeah, they were probably flying all over the place back there. I'm sure it looks fantastic in real life. I mean, it might look fine here too, we'll just have to see. They're really twitchy. No, looking pretty nice up here. But again, just have to keep in mind, it's going to be old imagery here. And just based off my first look, it's definitely 2007 stuff. So it's already going to just look blurry and all that. So hopefully at some point we can get some city updates or world updates to areas we haven't seen yet. That would be nice. In Corksy, oh, I don't doubt it. I bet it's a fun hike up there. Like getting the stadium below us done, that would be nice. But yeah, that's some old imagery. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoy the City and World Update stuff in the US and Europe, but I'd love to see some other places that, I mean, I get it, there's a whole other side of it too, where you have to get government permission to fly the planes and do all that type of stuff. So I mean, it's a lot of work, but I'm really hoping we'll start seeing some stuff outside the US and Europe, get some stuff going too. Because we already know the next City Update is in Europe, don't know where specifically, but we do know it's in Europe. For City Update 12, right? Or is it 13 now? I forgot. Would love to see better scenery for Patagonia and South America. I mean, yeah, I mean, anywhere outside of those two continents, you know, it would be nice. Because there's so many cool places in the world, it'd be nice to see them get updated and not have, like here, the old imagery and stuff. Make it to where the stadiums are 3D made and really bring the city alive. Should start seeing the airport. There it is. I'll level out a little. Do you only use the controller? I don't have a controller for this. I have the Thrustmaster HOTAS 1. For the camera movements, I do use the camera, yes. But for flying, I have the HOTAS 1 from Thrustmaster. And then I use a controller for helicopters. Absolutely, Quirksy, no problem at all.
2,500.
Hopefully one day we can come back here and check out a new city update for it. That'll be cool, because that would be a huge update for this area for sure. Don't mind the screens being dim if you just showed up. It's just, it was nighttime and I didn't feel like looking around finding the switch for it, so.
approaching minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Now keep in mind, this is still with the default setting, so it was very, very choppy there. And I'm interested to see what it's going to look like with those settings changed up. See if we get a better experience, because that was our worst landing this whole stream with the frame rate. I'm really happy with our airliner land. What was that, an A10? What was that? That looks sweet. Alright, so let's end the flight and change those settings and then see if we have a better experience landing. Because yeah, that was my least favorite landing of the stream. Perfect. Double check it's saved, restart the sim. And then we'll do that same, we're not going to do the full thing, but you get the point. You've seen the multiple landings we've done already, so. Alright, hang on, I'm going to be right back while this loads in. Alright, looks like just in time because it's about done loading. Let's see, you're flying around today on Xbox X 2020 and great improvement. Alright. If they were really behind 2024, you would have thought they would have stopped focusing on 2020. It doesn't read well. I mean, there was probably always a specific group of people that were always going to work on 2020 anyway, so it probably wasn't taking anybody away from 24's development anyways. I don't know why I'm up here. Make sure our settings are where we want them to be. There we go. And right back into Cape Town. We'll just spawn here. Switch the time of day. I didn't mean to hit that. Wrong button. Uh-oh. Oh. I thought it froze on me. I didn't realize I could already move it. I'm sitting here like, oh, what's going on? Everything is A-okay. So now we're doing the same flight we just did, but with those new settings toggled to off and low. I just love the fact that those settings aren't degrading the graphics, the visuals going on, because it looks still fantastic. Alright, already a smooth frame rate. We'll have a frame drop once the ground textures load in, which shouldn't take too long. Nope, there they are. It was a very subtle freeze. Stuck on a baggage cart, I think. Nice. Alright. So let's start this thing on up. We know it's a long startup. I know we have a pushback this time. And, oh, there it is. I was going to say, we don't even have the option for it. An absolute, oh, from my plane, Dustin? Very nice. That's awesome to hear. What other aircraft would I like to see in 2024? Oh, man. Well, I'm really excited about... Is it the Embraer or is it the Bombardier? I think it's the Bombardier. That private jet that's coming in from the Expert series. That's going to be fun to fly. I'm trying to think of what else I'd really, really enjoy flying. Because, I mean, there's a lot of planes that are cool, but I don't see myself flying a lot of. Are we hooked up? Did I turn off the brakes? Oh, there we go. Sorry, that was my bad. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that I'm really needing at the moment. Because, I mean, my favorite plane in the sim right now is the Cessna Sky Courier. I mean, I love flying that thing. It's just awesome. DC-6 is mine. Very nice, Omar. Very nice. Alright. Can we make this turn? Because I was kind of hoping he'd push us the other way, but it's alright. We'll make it a bit of an expedited taxi. Get some lights on here too. Oh, there they are. Turn them all on. I don't even see anything on, actually. It looks completely... I mean, I see a little bit on the tail there. And again, don't mind the grass. I don't know why that's all over the tarmac, but just a weird little glitch going on at this airport. There we go. Just wanted to move that again. I was slowing down a bit too much. Wings bouncing all over the place. I They need to come through here again anyways. I don't know why the taxi line is so odd. And here, I'll use the trim here. Oh yeah, much better. I don't know why using the wheel itself is not great. Oh. Oh. What, okay, why are both directions doing the same? Okay, why is this not slowing down? I guess the throttle input wasn't actually doing anything while I was on the trim, so now we're probably gonna go in the grass because of that. Goodness gracious. And again, typically if I'm doing like a full-on Xbox stream, I have a mouse plugged in, because doing all this stuff with a controller is just awful most of the time, because then you run into those situations where you're just trying to do something really quick, but then it's like, no, how about we just make it more of a mess? There we go. Perfect. Oh, the brakes on? Oh, probably because of the flaps not being down. That's alright, it'll take off. Pontus? Hopefully I pronounced that right, probably not, but glad you're enjoying the gliders. Those are very fun to fly for sure. Something really relaxing about them. Make sure we get those flaps up here. Here, we'll fly over Table Mountain again. We'll just do the same flight path we did last time. Well, I think the other thing too is, because they already talked about there's more improvements coming to gliders and how it all works with just the atmosphere and having those updrafts and stuff, because I don't think it's 100% the way it's supposed to be just yet. So, I mean, there's improvements coming to that as well. That would be nice, Omar. I would love it. Just can't get over how smooth this is. as a tablecloth. Nice. That's pretty good. But no, that's awesome. Glad you're enjoying those gliders. Because, yeah, I know they just put out a new one, too, that has a free-to-try thing going on. I was kind of hoping to see more developers utilize the renting feature, but it's still the same, I think, 6 or 7 that were there when I made that video originally. I mean, honestly, people, I could post a video of this gameplay, and people probably wouldn't believe that this is coming from an Xbox. They'd be like, oh yeah, you just recorded PC gameplay and said it was Xbox. I'm kind of glad the weather's like this now. Get a little different look going on rather than clear weather that we've had the whole stream. And Banky, you enjoy the Battlefield stuff? That's awesome to hear. I mean, I know people are here for Flight Sim, but just from time to time I like to play something other than Flight Sim, because, you know, it's just nice recording something different. So glad you enjoyed it. We're definitely going to be doing more Battlefield when it comes back next weekend. I hope there's no hill in front of us, because I don't know anything about this area. But yeah, when the beta starts up again next weekend, we're going to be diving back into it for another stream at least, for sure. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Does it make us the Half Peanuts gang? I mean, I can get behind that. Hey, Sir DLW, hello, hello. I'm probably going to be way too high up because I don't know what I'm looking at or where I'm going. Where be the airport? Oh, shoot. There. Oh, okay. We'll just go the other way. I botched that all up. My goodness. You're right, it is like Battlefield 4. I will be getting it when it comes out. Yeah, I already pre-ordered it as well. There's just nothing that beats playing as a medic in a Battlefield game. I just love it. Really looking forward to playing it again this weekend because we're getting the New York map in the new beta build. Or the new open beta for this weekend, so that'll be awesome. But glad you enjoy the content and glad you're enjoying the game as well. That's awesome. And then with Battlefield Portal, we're going to have the whole thing where you can pretty much create whatever you want in there. I'm going to create Flight Sim in Battlefield.
2500.
And I think to wrap up the stream, I'm going to hop in something general aviation, and we're going to fly around New York City. I'm interested to see how that's doing, how it loads in the city and its photogrammetry. And I feel like that'll be a good way to kind of wrap it on up. Because this stream's gone a lot longer than I normally go for. But I think we did some great testing today, like just seeing how these new settings are doing, how the new beta builds have done for the Xbox version of the sim. Because again, the PC version has been performing the best it's ever performed for me on there, and I'm glad to see it on the Xbox side of things as well. I can't afford No, there won't be any A350 in my Battlefield Portal map. It's banned. I'm be going for a little fighter jet approach here with the 737. It's alright, give the sim a little sneak attack, see how it does loading everything in. But no, that makes me really happy to know that some people did enjoy the Battlefield content. That's great. Alright, let's see how it does on landing, because we saw what it looked like on landing with the settings at medium and all that. For the airport and all that, so hopefully it's a better experience here. Probably overshooting the runway a little bit. Oh, no, we're not. We're too high up, though.
1,000.
Sync rate.
Gears are all down. They're green.
500.
Sync rate.
400. 300.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
200. 100. Approaching minimums. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Had a little hiccup, but nothing major, which is that one little instance, and now it's just back to that nice, smooth gameplay again. Awesome. Oh, no reverse? Nope, okay. It's funny, there's so much dirt getting kicked up off the runway because the grass is poking through the ground. I'm very impressed with how Sim Update 3 has come together. That's awesome. Alright, Binky, thanks for stopping by, and again, thank you very much for that crazy donation. Very much appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. So we're going to just hop in a general aviation plane really quick, do a little sightseeing around New York, and that's how we'll wrap up the stream. But awesome, Quirksy. Glad you're going to hop into the beta. Hopefully you have this fantastic experience as well. Be sure to test out those settings and all that. See what fits the way you want it to be in the sim and all that. And of course to you, Quirksy, as well. Thank you for your super chat as well. Very much appreciate that again. Let's hop into... let's just go into the new Piper that released not too long ago now. I'll just spawn over here. We'll take off. See how the New York City skyline's doing and how the frame rate is. We're going to stick with the low settings. I'm not going to do the back and forth testing on this one. Because I feel like New York City is always a great place to test that out. Just because of all the 3D photogrammetry and, of course, the city update that happened last month. Just gonna wait in for the ground textures to load in. which as usual, we'll have a little hiccup of frame rate drop when that does load in. See how long it takes for it to pop in. Shouldn't be too much longer. Yep, and there it is. Nice. And what I love is when it does load in, it isn't like a 3-4 second freeze. It's just a little blink of an eye frame drop, and then it's right back to that nice smooth gameplay that we're getting now. Oh, no, I don't want to check the left aileron. Oh. Come on. There we go. Oh, hang on. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Start this on up. Let's head to New York City. Here, let me get this cleared out so we can actually see something rather than the startup screen. I don't need all that. We'll do a little bit of flaps there. A little bit of a crosswind going on here. DHL. Nice. Wow. And of course, I'll do some more experimentation too. Oh, look, the TWA hangar. Nice. But yeah, I'll kind of mess with the settings, see where I can get things, because I'll probably still have like air traffic set to low. So you still get some stuff in there, but not just fully spawning everything all the time. Because honestly, I'm not really missing out on the air traffic just yet, because it still needs improvements. They're really still wonky most of the time. So I'm not really missing them too much at the moment, but once they get fixed, I'll kind of bring them back into it. Not negative 5,000 feet, please. There we go. Oops, that's not what I meant to hit. Look at that, the skyline's already loaded in over there too. Pop out in the showcase camera for this. If I can open up the menu, that is. I can't get over how the photogrammetry looks on Xbox. I mean, that is so nice to see that. Looks so good. Here. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's why I'm hoping, you know, we'll get a city update for Cape Town down there at some point. And we can have, you know, updated imagery and then the photogrammic imagery. Just bring it all to life. I don't know why it resets like that. It's annoying. Every time I hit the heading knob, it's like, oh, you want... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Look how smooth this stays. Oh, this is photogrammetry. I don't play without that on. Because playing without photogrammetry is just crazy. But no, this is live weather, live multiplayer, live AI, photogrammic imagery, everything. This is just insane, really. Like, I cannot believe I'm playing this on an Xbox Series X. Flying over New York City and having this frame rate. I mean, how awesome is this? We're gonna turn right, but hang on, it'll freak out again. Dang. You do not know how happy this makes me. Alright, let's head over to the Statue of Liberty here. We'll just head over this river. Welcome back, landing channel. Welcome back. Bring that power back a little bit. I mean, look at that. You even see the Statue of Liberty from here already. Because I always think back to when it was at some point in the beta in Sim Update 2 or even 3 where the draw distance was just non-existent. Like, things would just be popping in left and right. And now it's not doing that anymore. Does the yoke not move, or is it just me? You talking about when autopilot's flying? So, this up because I'm not sure. Because I don't know if some planes can just do stuff without actually interacting with the yoke in the cockpit. I doubt it. So it's probably just a glitch with the Piper's autopilot. But I could be wrong. It might just be something where autopilot doesn't have to move the yoke. I'd be surprised. In some cases, especially in older aircraft with mechanical or electromechanical autopilot systems, the yoke will move in conjunction with the autopilot's actions. However, in modern technologically advanced aircraft with fly-by-wire systems, with some versions of the Airbus, the yoke or side stick might not move during autopilot operation, as the autopilot directly sends signals to the flight control surfaces. So probably not too much with this type of plane, but I guess there's instances of aircraft where you wouldn't see anything actually moving in the cockpit if it's a fly-by-wire aircraft, which I don't think this is. But I'm not 100% on it, but there's my answer to that. But cool. Alright, let's go ahead and land back in JFK. That'll be a great way to wrap up this stream. This has been absolutely excellent. Because I came into this stream thinking, there might be some changes and improvements, but it might not be too crazy. And it's night and day difference with this build and with the new settings that were added for Xbox. And hopefully this smoothness can stay as we land at the airport here. Get some flaps going. No doubt, Omar. I mean, I'm just happy to see the performance has been the best it's ever been on PC as well. I mean, I've been having a great time flying with these last couple beta builds. Maybe we'll do a little montage video of the Xbox version running Sim Update 3 with a bunch of different planes in different places. Still got to fix the bridges around New York City. That one's flooded. Getting kicked over a little bit to the left from a right crosswind. Kicking a little left rudder. I just can't get over how there's not just horrendous freezes on landing. It's so nice. Just awesome. Well, there we have it, everybody. That is 3 hours of Xbox footage running on the latest Sim Update beta build with the new settings that we can tweak and kind of modify the experience, which is great to have that option now on console. So this has been well above what I was expecting, just performance-wise, and what the experience I thought was going to be like. So, I mean, this is very much incredible, and hopefully we can keep it this way. Things don't regress or anything like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, because this was a blast, testing out different airports, different planes. I mean, the fact that we can fly airliners on console and it isn't just a complete and utter mess of frames and everything, that's awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. Very much appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.